Good morning, my name is Bree Riley, and this is a short guided yoga and meditation practice to set you up for a fantastic day. So we're going to get started on our mats seated, so any seated comfortable position is totally cool. And I want to begin with one of my absolute favorite quotes, and it goes like this: if you and everyone you love woke up today, then is today not a fantastic day? If you and everyone you love woke up today, then is today not a fantastic day? Sadhguru quoted that one, and it is such a nice reminder, especially if you have some mornings when you wake up and you're already kind of in a funk, just to remind yourself like really what's important. So sitting comfortably, whatever that looks like for you, maybe close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. I love to begin by checking in. So start by noticing how your body is feeling today. Maybe just bringing a little bit of mindfulness in by noticing where your hips meet your mat. Feeling the temperature of your skin, maybe feeling your clothing against you. And remember that everything that is happening around you is all part of the present moment. So even if your house is in chaos and things aren't quiet and peaceful around you, but these are all just little reminders. This is all happening now. They are reminders of the present moment. And then notice your body's energy level. How are you feeling this morning? Do you feel a little bit sleepy, a little stiff? Are you feeling pretty good and energized? Taking another deep breath. See if you can relax your shoulders even more. Soften your eyes, unclench your jaw. And check in with your mind. Just noticing how fast are your thoughts? How present do you feel? Do your thoughts feel clear, maybe cloudy? And every time that we do our check-ins, it is not to judge ourselves, but to learn about the current state. How are you doing today? How did you wake up feeling physically? How are you doing mentally? And then check in with your heart. How's your heart doing? How are you feeling emotionally today? Keep your breath nice and slow, nice and full as you listen. What sort of feelings are present? See if you can identify maybe more than one emotion that you are currently experiencing. And again, try not to have feelings about your feelings, but just listening like you would to a friend. How are you doing today? And feelings are a lot like the weather. Some are more pleasant than others, but they're all part of the natural process. And I like to think of them as little teachers, that when we have feelings that are less comfortable, they're often our guides to show us where something is awry, where we need to change perspective, or perhaps a call to action. Allowing the world to happen around you and sitting just for one more moment with your heart. And then noticing your body, your mind, and your heart all at the same time. So sitting with yourself as a whole. And setting your intention for your day. How would you like to feel today? It is the morning. Hopefully it's nice and early morning and not much has happened yet, so you have a super clean slate. If not, you have a permission to have a clean slate now. How would you like to feel today? How do you want to move through? No matter what you have going on today, how would you like to feel? and setting this as your intention for today. After you've set your intention, take a nice full breath in. Maybe an open mouth, sigh it out. And you can open your eyes back up. So we're going to start with a couple of shoulder rolls. You can move your head around, maybe doing circles or dropping your head side to side. And if you'd like to add your arms into the equation, you can. Just taking some movements through your body. Waking up, getting out any stiffness from the night before, maybe from the day before, or in this case, the year before. Any other little movements, take a couple more breaths. And we're going to do just a couple of little stretches and then some meditation. And yeah, so we're going to begin with butterfly stretch. So bring the soles of your feet together. Don't worry if your knees are up pretty tight and things are feeling a little tense. Just try to relax your shoulders, and we're working on allowing our knees to open up. Your feet can be in nice and close. You can have them a little bit farther from you, your choice. And taking a moment to fold forward or to stay seated. Again, if your hips are tight, maybe just take a seat and just let them open up on their own. And taking some nice deep breaths, try to relax your shoulders. Just starting to stretch into your hips. And don't worry about how far down you can fold. As long as you're breathing nice and full and you're stretching to a point where you feel like your body is opening up for you and it's not too intense, that's all you need to worry about. See if you can relax anywhere else, maybe folding forward a little bit more. Sitting back up, we're just going to take our legs and bring them straight out in front of us for a nice forward fold. Your feet can be flexed or pointed, doesn't matter. And starting to fold yourself down. Again, try to have a really calm, relaxed breath. And your body is very smart. It knows how much stretch is enough stretch and how much stretch is too much stretch. So if you ever find yourself stretching and you feel like everything is tensing up and you can't breathe slow and it's really intense, you're not really going to be getting anywhere because your body's going to be guarding itself. It's going to be tightening the muscles rather than allowing them to open up. So you want to kind of find a sweet spot to where you feel some sensation of stretching but not too much sensation. So play around with that. And make sure again that you can get to a point where your breath is really easy. Really think about those full breaths, sending all the good oxygen to your stretching muscles. Maybe fold just a little bit more for the last 2 rounds of breath. Folded forward, slowly uncurling. You can bend your knees, shake them out. And we're going to take a seated figure 4 shape. So I'm going to turn sideways just for demo purposes, but you can stay as you are. We're going to take our right leg, lift it up, extend your left leg out. We're just going to cross our ankle on top of our thigh. And we want to make sure that our toes are flexed, so we're pulling our toes back towards our shin. And then if this again feels tight, maybe you just stay here. Your hands can come behind you and support you. If you feel like your hips are open for it, no pun intended, maybe you start to pull the bottom foot in a little bit. The closer you bring your left foot in, the more stretch you get through your hips. So your choice on how much you go there. Try to relax your shoulders. You can stay nice and still here if you'd like. Sometimes it can be nice to add a little rock. Just see how your body's feeling this morning. Really paying attention. How does this feel in my body? adjust in any way for it to feel better. Our intention as we move through stretches is to care for ourselves, to create more space, more movement, hopefully less pain. Maybe drawing things in a little bit closer if and only if your hips are cool with it, okay? So just pay attention to your body. If you have any wrist or shoulder issues, or this is too much on your hands, you can always take this same shape just on your back. Yogi's choice. And then slowly extend your left leg out first, and then uncrossing. Take any movements you want to in between, and we'll switch sides. So left foot flexes, bending the knee, crossing above your knee on your thigh, and then slowly bending the bottom leg till you find your body's preferred place. Again, relaxing, nice deep breaths. Being gentle with yourself as you're waking up. Good opportunity for a coffee break if you're sipping on some coffee during this. See if you can relax anywhere else. Check maybe your right toes. Maybe your hips are a little tense. You can relax those. One more breath here. And again, undoing your motion. So start by straightening out through the right foot, then uncrossing the left. Shake it out. Pull your knees in towards your chest, wrapping your arms around. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. And then we're gonna move through a couple sun salutations and then come to our brief meditation. So coming into forward fold. So standing up. And then we're gonna fold straight forward, okay? What we wanna make sure is that our weight is shifted forward into our toes, so it's out of our heels. You should be able to lift and lower and kind of bounce your heels pretty easily. If you'd like, you can always put something underneath your hands, right? Especially if reaching the ground or touching your toes is not quite in your practice yet, don't stress it. Our only objective is to stretch through our hamstrings just a little bit more. Relaxing your head and shoulders down. Maybe shake them out. Again, weight is still shifted forward into our toes. Nice deep breath. It's very good for you to be upside down for a little bit of time, getting some fresh oxygen and blood to your brain, a little bit of an overflow of it sometimes as your face turns red, but stay for one more moment. Add a pretty generous bend to your knees if they're not already, and then pull your belly in nice and tight so your core is super strong. You can let your upper body hang heavy, and we're just going to roll up. If you'd like, maybe you sweep side to side, just kind of stretching your back out as you go up. It's very important that your belly stays tucked in tight to protect your back, though. Coming all the way up to standing, rolling your shoulders out, and as you breathe in, sweep your arms up overhead. And as you breathe out, pull your hands down to your heart. So we're going to move through Surya Namaskar A, or sun salutations. I like to think of these as your way of saying good morning to yourself, to your day, and they're awesome because it's a whole bunch of full body movement. I'll demo it facing a couple different directions so you can see, and I'll always guide you verbally. So if you would like to try this with your eyes closed, you're welcome to. So we're going to start in Tadasana, or mountain pose, just standing, hands by your side. Your feet are going to be right underneath your hips, so no more than 2 fists apart, okay? Right under the hip joint themselves. Hands by your side, breathe in, sweep up, full breath in. Hands will come to touch at the top, and as you breathe out, press your hands together and pull your hands down to your heart. Breathing in, press your hands right back up. And this time, as you breathe out, fold forwards. We're hinging at our waist. Folding all the way down back into that forward fold shape. As your next in-breath comes, you're pulling up for a flat back. Maybe your hands come to your shins, or you can wrap them around the back of your calves. And then as you exhale, folding right back down again. As you inhale, bend your knees, look forward, sweep your hands, and come all the way back up to standing. Exhaling, hands come back down to your heart. And we'll keep flowing through this, okay? So breathing in, hands press up. Slow exhale, breathe out, fold forward. Take an inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, drive through your heels as you sweep your arms up, coming all the way up to standing. And exhaling your hands back down to your heart. Good, we'll do 3 more of these. Option to close your eyes and just feel your body moving. Breathe in, press your hands up. Breathe out, open your arms, fold forward or swan dive down. Coming into forward fold. Inhale, flat back, maybe hands to shins. Exhale, folding back down towards your feet. Inhale, bend your legs, lifting your chin, sweep and rise. All the way up to standing, arms come up overhead. Exhale, pull your hands down to your heart. 2 more, breathe in, hands press up. Exhale, fold forward, you can go at your own pace too. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, sweep and rise all the way up to standing. Arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. 1 more time. Really feel your breath and your body moving as one. As you breathe in, your hands are pressing up. As you breathe out, you're folding forward, riding your breath down. Inhale for your flat back. Exhale, folding down. Bend your knees, lift your chest, sweep and rise all the way up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands back to your heart and stay here. Take a moment and come back to the intention you set for your practice and for your day. How would you like to feel today? And focus on that for a moment. Maybe turning it into a mantra. If you want to feel happy today, your mantra would be, I am happy. And take 1 more full breath. And let it go. And we'll come back down onto our mat. So as we move into our meditation piece of this practice, you're welcome to do it seated or you can lay down, either or, as long as you're comfortable. So one of my meditation teachers always says, comfort is queen. So you want to make sure that you are nice and comfortable, or as much as you can be. If you tend to fall asleep, and especially if you're still feeling kind of sleepy this morning, maybe don't lay down, but you can rest your back against a chair or against a wall, whatever you may have. So sitting up as tall as you can if you're sitting. If you're laying down, shift around, get as comfortable as you can. Your hands can go anywhere that you'd like. In general, palms up is for receiving and palms down is for grounding. So kind of see where your energy is at and what you are feeling. Take 3 really intentional breaths. Try to fill up as full as you can. Maybe even holding your breath at the top. And then emptying out as much as you can. Take 2 more like that. Relaxing through your shoulders, soften your face. Let your hands and your feet be totally relaxed. I'd like to invite you to think of something you are grateful for today. And then diving a little bit deeper into that gratitude. Why? Why are you grateful for that person, experience, that thing? has it brought to your life? And maybe even sometimes analyzing what your life would look like without it is a good way to practice being grateful for all of the things that this object or whatever you're thinking of person brings to your life. And then saying thank you. And then thinking about something that you love about yourself. You appreciate about yourself. And remember to be really sweet to yourself. So if you find that it's challenging for you to think of something, or if you find your initial reaction is maybe one that's not in loving kindness, then perhaps taking this time to set an intention that you want to be kinder to yourself. The way that we view ourselves, we view the world. The way that we treat ourselves, we tend to treat others, or sometimes even when we are unhappy with ourselves, we tend to be unhappy in everything else. So taking a moment, maybe thinking of something that you love about yourself and sending yourself some appreciation. Or again, perhaps setting the intention that you want to love yourself more. Because you are totally deserving of love, of kindness from yourself, from others. That you always are and always have been enough. And always will be enough. Sending yourself a little bit more kindness, a little bit more sweetness. And then bringing your attention back to your breath for a couple of rounds, maybe 2 rounds of breath. Just feeling yourself sitting here in your body, sitting with everything that's happening internally and externally, allowing everything to be as it is. And then I'd like to invite you to think of something that you want. Maybe you have a dream that you're working towards, or a goal. Maybe there's something that you want but you feel like you can't have it. And we'll practice a little bit of what we call manifesting. So thinking of this thing that you want, sometimes it's an opportunity, an object, maybe a certain amount of money, whatever it could be. And imagine that it's already yours. And again, what would your life look like? And sending gratitude for it as if you already have it, you've already achieved it. Focusing as much as you can on the feeling of having it more than anything. Maybe picturing some details or a scenario. And again, saying thank you for this thing that will be yours, trusting that it will come to you. See if you can relax anywhere else just a little more for our final piece. Coming back one more time to your intention for your day. How do you want to feel today? And then visualizing yourself moving through your day feeling this way. And try not to worry about too many of the details of things or to-dos, but rather, again, focusing on the feeling. And committing to feeling this way no matter what happens choose how you feel. Maybe saying one more mantra, I am happy, I am peaceful, whatever your intention is. Then take a deep breath. Maybe an open mouth sigh to let it go. Become aware of yourself sitting here once more. Feel your hips where they meet your mat. Maybe take your hands into your heart center if you're laying down, making your way up to a seat, or you can stay laying down. And we will close our practice. The light, the love, the teacher and the student in me sees, honors, and cares so very much for your light, your love, the teacher and the student in you. Good morning, and thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. It was my honor to be your guide. May you walk in peace and so much happiness today and every day. Namaste. Today is a great day for a great day, my friends. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and remember that no matter what happens, you can choose how you want to feel today. So thanks again for joining. My name is Bree Riley. Hit like if this was helpful for you, or share with a friend, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.